Right, welcome back to the second half at the Newcastle meeting, and we've got the fantastic Becky Spink. It's going to be an online training, so give Becky a massive round of applause.
You can tell I've got a bit of OCD. Right, what I'm going to do today is basically just cover Facebook awareness. So I'm presuming everyone is on Facebook that's in this room. Just give me a show of hands if you are. Perfect, brilliant. So basically Facebook changes all the time. The way that Facebook works, they've got different algorithms that they do, and they're changing all the time. So my passion is online. I've built my previous business online, and that's how primarily we are building Oriflame. I have got customers that I give catalogues to, but I was just saying in the dinner break, I've got 10 customers that I give a catalogue to. So the rest of our business is built online. Okay. So what I'm going to do today is, like I said, I'm going to speak about building your Facebook reach. Now, has anyone heard of that previously? Yeah, yes. A couple of nods. Yeah, brilliant. So for you guys that haven't, this is going to be really, really good, and it's something that I research all the time. I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into researching this information. So, excuse me, I'm going to start by talking about your Facebook profile. So this isn't your online shop, this isn't external groups, this is your home profile, okay? Now what you need to focus on is building your Facebook reach organically, okay? Now what that will enable you to do is more people to see your posts. So you heard Sheila speak about, she does 10 posts, take a break, she does 10 posts, and in some days she'll do a few more posts than other days, but primarily about 100, Sheila, yeah? Perfect. Now, the way that the Facebook reach works is if I was to do 100 posts, and Sheila was to do 100 posts, but Sheila's Facebook reach is higher than mine, her posts would get seen by much more people than my posts. So even though we've done the same amount of posts, Sheila's going to get much better interaction and response because Sheila's got a higher Facebook reach. Okay. So, how are we going to get that Facebook reach? Now, there's no percentages. You can't find out what your Facebook reach is. You can't message Facebook and say, can you tell me what it is? There's nothing like that. The only way you can work out if you've got a good reach is the responses that you're getting. So the way that we work it out on building your Facebook reach is being 70% social, 20% personal, and 10% business. So again, we're talking about the profile, guys, alright? So 1 in 10 posts need to be business. That's it. Okay? 7 in 10 need to be personal. So what type of things can we talk about? Social-wise, you can post pictures, you can post videos, you can check in places, you can talk about your lifestyle, you can go live. We take the dog for a walk, I'll probably go live on Facebook because it's about our family time, it's about walking the dog, or it's about going out with the kids, and that's increasing our Facebook reach. Personal, again, lifestyle, personal development, income. Now you might think, well, that falls under business. You're right, it does, but it's also your personal life as well. And again, going live. Business-wise, you can talk about your products, you can do product-inspired posts or pictures. Speak about the opportunity. Don't be secret agents. Make sure you are telling people about this fantastic opportunity. Now remember, that's 1 in 10 posts. You don't want to go and spew it all over your friends and family because they'll be just like, what are you talking about? No. But just drip feed information. Make sure, if you've got an online shop, you have shared a link on your own profile to your online shop. Again, you're not spewing it over everybody, just keep reminding people. And also going live as well. Like I've already said, Facebook works on algorithms, and Facebook will reward you for engaging content. So the more reactions, the more comments, the more shares, that your posts are getting, the higher your Facebook reach is going to be. So this is sort of how the Facebook algorithm works, and as I say, this is changing all the time, but this is primarily how it works. So you've got your newsfeed visibility, okay? So this is not on your profile, this is when you log on to Facebook and you're scrolling through your newsfeed. What does Facebook show you? And how does Facebook show it you? How does it work out what you're interested in seeing or what your friends are interested in seeing? First of all, it works out on the interests, so on your interests. So what is it that you're looking at or your friends are looking at, on, not on Facebook necessarily, but on other internet websites, to what they show? What is your post performance like? So how many people are interacting with your posts? And how many posts are you putting out there that's got that engaging content? Your previous performance, so if you've got a really good Facebook reach, it's just going to continue to reward you for that reach. What type of content that you're putting out there, and I'm going to speak about that shortly. And also, how recent is the post? Now again, Facebook's changing all the time, and I know specifically on my timeline, sometimes the first post that comes up is from 2 days ago. I don't want to see that from 2 days ago, Facebook, you know, I want the most recent, but that's just how Facebook works. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Perfect. So how are we going to create a sociable community? We have to remember that Facebook is called social media. You have to use Facebook for what it is. It's a social media platform. And if you're not being sociable on it, they're going to slap your hand and ban you. Okay? So we can create shareable content. So here's an example. This isn't something that I did. I have no idea where it came from. And it's about how to make avocado fries. Yuck, for a start, but whatever. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, but down here, this video has been viewed over 426,000 times. It's got this particular share, 443 comments. It's had 2,300 likes or love hearts or shocking faces, and it's been shared 6,833 times. Can you imagine if you was the person that created that post? It's going to be going through the roof. You need to mix up the content type. There's no point in just putting out the same post at the same time, doing the same thing. That's what a robot does. That's what these automatic posting things do, and Facebook pick up on it. So what we recommend in order to get a higher Facebook reach is mixing up the content. Facebook at the minute are really zooming in on videos, in particular Facebook Lives. So we recommend doing at least 3 videos a week, plus the other content as well. And that way you're just going to have a recipe to success. Use Facebook Live regularly. Like I've just said, they're really zooming in on Facebook Lives. And if you're doing the Facebook Lives, they are getting shown in the newsfeed much more than just a normal video or a normal post. And I want to speak about the Facebook Live shortly as well. Make sure you change your posting times. Okay, we've got a couple in our business that go to a certain place at a certain time 3 times a week. They will check in at that place 3 times a week at the same time, saying the same thing. These are really struggling and getting banned on Facebook. That's the reason why. Because, for example, on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday at 5 PM, they're checking in at the same place, saying they're doing the same thing. Facebook don't like that because it's like a robot. And that's all they're doing. You know, they're doing a few other things as well, but that's primarily what they're doing, and that's why they're struggling. And also think about outside of business hours as well. We get a much better response on the evening time than we do in the morning. However, there is still people that are in the morning, so you have to think about the full day's work. Make sure you're driving traffic from other sources. So yes, we primarily use, and I'm as guilty, Facebook, but there's so many more social media platforms out there, so many more. And it's all about How many rods have you got in the pond? Okay? So have a think about what other platforms you could use. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, you know, just to name a few. And Snapchat are really going to be up and coming. There's so much more that you can do on Snapchat at the minute. You can you can share a picture and put a link to direct them to your Facebook group. It's amazing. I'm actually loving Snapchat at the minute. Make sure you look at a call to action. So what do I mean by that? Not being funny, but you have to treat people that they're all a little bit thick and they don't know what to do. So we have to tell them what to do, okay? So for example, this video, that actually wasn't funny when I watched it. But I didn't watch it first, bad mistake. But anyway, I wrote, if you find this funny, please share so other people can laugh too, okay? And it's just a video of the monkey or whatever carrying oranges and not wanting to pay 5p for a bag, which is probably 9p for a bag now, not even 5p, but you know. But again, if we look at the figures, it's been viewed millions of times, absolutely millions of times. And, oh, it's not got the sharing amount on here, but this video has been around since 2016, and it's still coming around on Facebook. So again, imagine if you was the first person that created that. Give them a call to action, tell people what to do. Like this is old, comment and like on other people's posts. That's, you know, from way back when. If you're not doing that, that is the simplest form. So make sure you're commenting and liking on other people's posts. And share interactive posts. There's so many out there. If you start thinking, what type of interactive post can I do? What can I share? Just Google interactive posts for Facebook and thousands come up. But rather than sharing direct from that website, use the idea, create your own on PhotoGrid, use the exact same words if you want to, but create your own and then make it shareable. So generate an interaction. So this is obviously a range of the lipsticks that we do, and all I did is put which is your favourite colour. And as you can see, straight away we were getting comments, pink for me, purple all the way, pink, you know, etc, etc. So just by asking a simple question, which is your favourite, you're going to get people commenting. You're not asking people to buy, you're not asking people to order from you, you're not sharing any links, you're simply just asking a question. You could also put, who would like to win one of these? Watch this space for our next competition. So you're getting people interested. And if you're creating shareable content, what I will say is make sure your settings are set so people can share it. Because there's no point in giving a call to action and say, share this, and then not make it so it's shareable. So for example, these two posts you can see. On the first one, it just says like and comment. But on this one, you've got like, comment, and share. Okay? So that means the first one, it was set so nobody could share it. It wasn't public on Facebook. This one is because you've got the share facility down at the bottom. If you're not sure how to change it, it's dead simple. When you put the post on Facebook, up at the top here, can you see the little world symbol? There's a couple of different symbols. Now that world symbol is public. If you just click on the little drop down arrow, you'll have friends, I think it's private, which is only me, friends accept, and public, and then a couple of different other settings as well. So you've got lots of different settings which you can use. I personally just have everything to public because then anyone can do what they want with it. You can also, the friends accept works really well in terms of if you're putting a recruitment advert out there. You know, we're all friends in Oriflame and that's really good. But I don't want people in Oriflame to see my recruitment adverts because that then means other people, other members of the public might not see it. Because we're all connected on Facebook, Facebook will think, oh, Becky and Sheila speak quite a lot, I'm going to put that on Sheila's timeline, okay? That then means Joe Blogs isn't going to see it. So if I set my profile to friends accept Oriflame friends, and I've specifically made that friend list, it means more people in the public are going to see my recruitment posts. Okay? You can do so much. It's crazy. Now here you can see, so this is, literally I did this the other day, this post, and you can see the comments were coming through thick and fast. Now, what you might not realise, obviously my team will, first person to comment on it, Dave Gillen. Dave, put your hand up. Second is Norma, which is one of my friends. Mandy, put your hand up. Perfect. Martha is not here today, but she's someone in the team. Natasha is somebody in Oriflame that we met at the TVT. And Carol, put your hand up. Perfect. So what you can see from there is our guys know exactly what to do. Our guys know that that is going to help my interaction because they're commenting. Remember we said the most simplest form of building a Facebook reach is liking and commenting on other people's posts. Are you commenting on your team's posts? Are you helping your team to help you? Does that make sense? So what about branding yourself? Facebook works by tracking different things. They track words, they track website links, they track images, they track videos. Now how they track images and videos is something called pixels. Do people know what pixels are? Some nods, some knows. No. I didn't until I did this research, okay? So I'll show you what a pixel is. This is a picture of an eagle, is it? An eagle, yeah? So you can see, here, we zoomed right into the eagle's eye, okay? So this is the zoomed in square. And then one tiny square of this, zoomed right into this, is 1 pixel. So how many thousands and thousands of pixels are in this one image? Thousands and thousands and thousands. And that's what Facebook are using to track what people are doing. They're picking up on the pixels in the images that we're sharing. So, if everyone here today was to get this image, which is given to us, and we all shared it on Facebook, they ain't going to like it. Because they're going to go, whoa, why all of a sudden 20, 30, 40 people shared that one image with all these pixels in it? Okay? So create and use your own content. Like I was saying about the interactive post, create and share your own. So, here's the exact same picture, but I've branded it. I've put our logo on there, I've added text to it, I've added another image to it. So although the image is still there, there's many more pixels around it. So it changes the pixels in that image. Like I said, the pictures are picked up on and they're flagged as spam. So if we all was now to share one picture, we'd just get shut down. It's as simple as that. But changing it is going to open it up. Now this is not sharing. This is different to sharing. If we're sharing it, that's interactive and that's okay. But this is if we get this image from the website and share, share, share. And post, post, post. Does that make sense? And even if you change the file name, so even if you download the image from the Oriflame website and change the file name to whatever you call your pictures that you save on your laptop, that ain't going to make any difference because it doesn't change them pixels. So why risk getting a ban? Why risk other people getting a ban? Why risk having your business shut down and you're not being able to work, which ultimately means you're not going to earn any money? So another few pictures that we posted, and these are really, really simple to do. I won't say easy because if you're not, I'm quite tech savvy, so I do find it easy, but I know everyone's not like me. But once you've done a few, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And there's loads of different editing tools out there. So you've got ones for the computer and laptop, you've got like Funky, Pic Collage, PicMonkey. For your phones, there's so many free ones that you can download. I in particular like PhotoGrid, and that's what these have been created on. Jill, what do you use?
Scrapbook card, but it's
Carol.
not free.
It's worth paying for sometimes. Carol, what do you use?
I use a laptop, so I use iPicky.
iPicky. Michelle?
PhotoGrid.
Margaret?
Pixelart.
So you can see, you know, there's something to suit everybody. Okay. So just another few pictures. And the logo's on there. Kev and I just recently rebranded ourselves and created a new group, so we're building that group up. And I just like to have the logo on, because then when people see it, when we're posted in external groups, people see that logo, they know it's us, and we're putting our brand out there. Excuse me. Now, just going back to this image again from the first, the 70, 20 and 10. There's one particular thing on there that fits into every criteria, and that's going live. And that's just a show of hands of who's been live before. Gavin, you like, definitely. 20 times a day, you know, perfect. So I just want to speak a little bit about going live and the benefits of the Facebook Live as well. You're going to reach new audiences, okay? So people love watching a video, or majority of people love watching a video anyway, and basically it's going to give your customers up-to-date information, or if you're doing it as a social aspect, it's going to give them what you're doing in your life, the day in the life of Kevin Ryan. Interesting, to be fair. Also, you're going to be able to connect instantly. Now, one thing that's really, really good is when you go live, it gives people the option to follow you. And then if people follow you, you'll then get a notification when they're next live. So we really push on people following us, because then they're going to get notified every time they're live. Tell your story. You know, just be open and honest and tell it your way. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's your story, so tell it how you want to tell it. Be creative. If you want it to be silly, there's faces that you can put on there, there's filters. If you want it to look like a clown, physically, you can do. You know, there's lots of different fun things on there, so just have fun with it and have a bash. The thing I like about it as well, if you just want to have a play around with it without feeling like a clown, you can set it so it's private, so you can just do a Facebook Live privately without anybody else seeing it. Yeah, so you can have a play around with the settings, you can have a look at the different filters, just have a play with it. It's real time, okay? So yes, you can go back and watch it at a later date if you want to post it, you don't have to post it. But if you post it, you can go back and re-watch it, but it's real time, so you can have conversations with your friends, with family, with customers, with prospects, with potential prospects, real time. And it's also the best way at the moment to build your interaction. And it's updated in the newsfeed. Facebook, like I've already said, have updated the newsfeed. So live videos, Facebook Live videos, are showing up higher than any other content at the moment. And there's no sort of time scale on it. Me personally, I wouldn't want to go on for hours. I know there is people that sit for like 4 hours and showing products and doing games and stuff, and that's fine because it works for them. Me personally, I keep it to, if we're doing a Facebook Live showing products, 30 minutes to an hour maximum, because you lose your customers, you lose that. I know I haven't got an hour every sort of other day to watch a video, you know, so keep it short. You're more likely to get customers coming on, you're more likely getting people to come on there as well. But remember, it's also sociably as well. So whilst you go out walking the dog or whatever, Gavin, you did one when you got your new car yesterday or the day before, when it's perfect, because that's Gavin showing his lifestyle to other people. It's letting other people see what they can get their hands on, and it's Gavin's lifestyle, so it's perfect. Who knows what this is? Who's been in this? So for the people that don't know what this is Facebook jail. Now, there is Facebook police, they like to think they are anyway, that if you do certain things that Facebook don't like, you will get put into Facebook jail, okay? And that basically means that you are shut down anything from 24 hours to 4 weeks to indefinitely. I know, Margaret, you just had a really tough time of getting your profile back, same as Carol. Don't know what they did, but how long has yours been shut down for?
3 months.
3 months. Now, Carol was quite wise and had a second profile, but can you imagine your online shop being shut for 3 months? You're not going to earn any money.
Do they not have to tell you why?
No. The rules and the settings are out there for you to
You
read.
get a common
but
statement, don't you?
Yeah.
You've gone against the
for
Yeah.
that community, that's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
'cause I got one and it was like 48 hours and I looked at it and I thought, I just don't know what it is. I read there about it.
Yeah, and couldn't find out.
And I couldn't find out.
Carol and Margaret has been exactly the same. They don't know what they've done. It tends to be, if I'm honest, what you've not done as opposed to what you've done. So if you've not gone through them 8 steps of liking, sharing, commenting, building a creative or sociable account, it tends to be that they've picked up on that activity or not picked up on that activity. So they've seen what you've been doing, and if you're sort of doing repetitive things, so you're doing the same thing time and time again, that is because of that. So although what you've posted might have been okay, it's the repetitiveness of it. Does that make sense? So it tends to be what you've not done as opposed to what you've done.
You posted in the buy and sell groups, but you haven't liked or commented on anything in that buy and sell group.
Exactly.
Just say, sorry, you're not a real person.
Yeah, they see you as sort of being a robot, so it's, you know, taking it back to the couple that are in our team about the checking in the same place 3 times a week at the same time. They're like, that's robot activity. I don't think you're a real person, and they'll just shut you down.
What's a really good one to get around that is accident. You say you're going to accept this, is it still available?
Yeah.
And then somebody answers you back, say, sorry, I must have hit it by mistake, but Facebook immediately realises you're a real person because you're interacting with that person.
Yeah. Absolutely. So there's ways around it.
Or you could have been reported as spamming.
Yes.
That's another one.
Yeah, if other people have reported you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's lots of different sort of things that I can't get my head around it all because there is so much that they look at, and a lot of it tends to be automatic as well. So it's not a person that's sat in an office somewhere saying, I don't like what she's done. It's like an automated system. So what I'm going to do, guys, is this is a recruitment post that we put out there. I just want you to have a quick read of it for me, if that's okay, and then either just shout out, show of hands, whatever. What part of this recruitment advert would you say is the most important, if you can see it? Shout out whenever you want.
Message me.
50 plus per week.
Help required.
Anyone else?
Comment below.
Yeah? Gavin and Jill got it nail on the head. Comment below and message me for information today. It doesn't matter about the content, what you're putting in there. Everybody does lots of different ways. They have their own way of sharing this opportunity. The most important part of that message is comment below and message me for information today. And there's a few reasons for that. Every time someone comments, it's keeping your post at the top of the page. Okay? This is in an external group, so in a buy and sell group. So if we all were in the same buy and sell group and we all put an advert out there and someone commented on my advert, I was the first person to put an advert out there, and then each one took it in turns. My comment, my post is way down the group now, so people have got to scroll to get to my post. But when someone comments on it, I automatically go back to the top of the group. So my post is back at the top. So rather than people having to keep scrolling to come across my advert, the first thing they see when they go onto that group is my advert. So the more people that are commenting on it, the better, because it's just going to keep it at the top. And you will find, once a few people have commented on it, more people start commenting on it. It sort of starts that process going. We also say to message me, because we want them to interact with us first. We want them to communicate with us, because Facebook see that as a much higher rank than us messaging people. Because they see, if we're messaging, if I was to get 10 responses to that advert and I've messaged each one of them people that I'm not a Facebook friend with, they're like, well, wait a minute, why is she messaging all these strangers? Whereas if one person that's replied messaged me, then somebody else has messaged me, someone else has, it's just one-on-one as opposed to 1-on-10. Okay. Message request box. This is the second reason why that little message at the bottom is really important. If you aren't a friend with somebody on Facebook that has replied to your advert, it will go into your message request box. Does everybody know what that is? No? Some knows, some knows. Okay. When you go onto your inbox, this is on a laptop, but it is very similar on a mobile phone, you'll go into your recent messages. So when you click on Messenger, it's the most recent messages that come up. Next to that, you've got message requests. So anybody that you're not a friend with on Facebook will go into the message request section. So if you're not keeping an eye on your message request, you're missing out on a lot of potential team members or orders. However, Facebook take it one step further because they're good like that. They like to keep us on our toes. Who knows what filtered messages are? Dave Gillen, absolutely. Dave found this out the hard way the other day. Filtered messages, basically what that is if that person hasn't commented on your post, they just automatically inbox you, it goes into your filtered messages. So if they've commented and messaged you, it goes into message request. However, if they've just directly messaged you, it goes to your filtered messages. And your filtered messages will look something like that. So you can see, recent, got 5 messages in there, message request is empty, but I've clicked on filtered and all these messages have come up. Dave, how many filtered messages did you have the other day?
Ooh, about 25.
So if Dave hadn't found out about the filtered messages, look at all them recruits that he's missing out on. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So the last thing to say really is Facebook is like Big Brother. They are watching you, they're watching your activity. Follow these steps and you'll not have any problems. Any questions?
Well done, fantastic.